Good morning, this is Tale MK at Founder 2.0 Conference 2025 in Dubai, and we have with us Mr. Olivier Brusle. He is CEO for TradinLoop, and he has also been awarded as an Excellence Award. First of all, congratulations. Welcome to be at a bigger platform where it's a clusters of CEO. How does it feel to receive an award as Entrepreneurial Excellence?
Thanks a lot, Talia, and for your welcome, and thanks for the organizers here to give us the honor of receiving this award. It's 3 decades of hard work behind maturing into this technology platform that helps business sellers get paid on time and fund their trade, bridging what we call the $10 trillion gap: trade finance, insurance, and late payments. And it's an honor to receive it. We know how stringent this selection process has been by your company. And I think that's the reflection of the new trend and the new technology that enables it, that could not solve that ancient problem of late business payments.
So as a Tradin, what does it stand for? TradinLoop, what does it stand for?
Yeah, it's a good question. We named it for several reasons. Number one is to enable trade in general. So business to business is better coined as trade, very concrete. It's about closing the loop on what are some of the biggest gaps. So closing the loop is a key element, and that's what we call the cash gap, getting paid, funding the trade, but also closing the information loop. A lot of miscommunication between people, like I've never received your invoice, or I've never accepted.
But I sent the money already. You didn't receive it. Why are these?
Exactly. Yeah, the check is in the post. Yeah, we've heard that before. So closing the loop is an element, and then the last idea was to do business repeatedly in a loop. Yeah, and the loop is the imagination of doing it repeatedly, because we solve the problem once, then the parties trust each other, and then we can continue doing business in loops.
So as a company, I'm going to hire your company to make sure the transaction and trades goes well and without any hesitation. But as a client, as a customer, how do you give that trust to them? They don't know you. How do you build that secure credibility to those outsiders?
That's an excellent question, indeed. We have to build trust.
Yes.
We build trust through informing them, presenting, doing demos, but also running through a pilot. And our key value proposition is that we're aligned with the seller value, which is we don't get paid if they don't get paid.
Oh, that's amazing.
That speaks a million, I can tell you.
So as a company, I'm going to hire you, your company, and I'm going to have employees. But the payment is gone through me or through your company?
It's going through you, but on the way we get paid without
hesitations. How do you deal with a lot of, as you know, is it like global services or is it just like specific to any region?
Global.
So as you said, global, because Middle Eastern idea of culture or payment or ideas can be different than the other sectors. How do you educate your company, and how do you implement that for your company and make sure that all the payments are done?
Yeah, and you're right to mention it. It has cultural variations.
Yes.
One thing is common across culture is the idea of trust.
Yeah.
If you commit and agree together on something, whatever the topic is, then you have to follow what you've committed, and meet your own commitment. And therefore, somebody says, I'm going to pay you in 30 days, and the honor is to fulfill that obligation. The connotation aspect here, which we take into account, is to diplomatically incentivize the buyer to pay on time. And that's where we come here, in particular in the region, with a key element. And the key element is the Sharia law. Under Islam, it's not allowed to be indebted into someone. You have to share the project together, and therefore a company which has gone together with a supplier and with a good positive resolution, if they are late in paying, they are becoming indebted, and that debt is not
Yeah.
allowed by shareholders.
So, how do you educate your employees and company to make sure these laws and things are intact? Because as a foreigner or foreign company, they wouldn't have these rules a lot. So, what are the training sessions your company goes through so that as a Middle Eastern company who follows Sharia law are assured that you are well aware of their values? How do you go across?
So we do cultural training, and you probably heard about Hofstede and a few others. But there's a great book called "Riding the Waves of Culture,"
Okay.
and there's a great professor behind, and he trains our people across cultures, and then we have special sessions here on that Middle East cultures. With a religious aspect, because it is not separate here, it has to be taken into account, and we train our people for it. And as for the main people, they are business development and in operations. The rest of our business is actually automated, so we use a lot of artificial intelligence. We could very well be on
I
the
was
other panel.
about to ask you that. That was the next question. Like, how is your company adapting to AI? Because AI is an it word for the entire conference and I guess entire year. Everybody's talking about AI. Hence, AI has been there all along. We just didn't know the word for it. So, how is your company adapting to it and making sure that it still stands out in providing manual information?
Yeah, fantastic question. We embrace AI. In fact, we are AI enabled because largely automated.
Yeah.
And that's one portion of AI. I'm an engineer, which is in control systems and automation. And the first thing I did ever in my life was to send a probe to a comet, take a sample, and come back.
Awesome.
Yeah, without any man.
That's awesome.
And it did happen. I designed the system. It happened. 20 years later, but it succeeded. So artificial intelligence has been in my initial education for a long time. We're using it in that business all along to do due diligence on businesses, to read and absorb and analyze documents. And there are more than 30 documents in a commercial transaction. And then we use AI to also find solutions, because in this gap between buyers and sellers, which look easy, is actually super complicated.
Yes.
And people think there's only one solution, the seller gets paid up front and the buyer pays. This is not. No.
Yeah.
There are actually 1 million solutions.
Amazing.
Yeah, by the combining guarantees, funding, and settlements options, there are 1 million solutions.
Yeah.
And even though we've developed a framework for it and guidance, the actual elaboration of the exact solution for one given situation are done through artificial intelligence in super fast time.
Yeah.
So speed is also
a part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
As you were the one advising people and filling up the loop, how are you as an individual, or a company, taking away from all of this conference? What are your individual pointers you're going to implement in your life from this conference?
Yeah, so I think I think this conference is at the intersection of cultures. Yeah, and I think it's very much by the diversity of the people we can find here, all the nationalities present here. The fact that we are in Dubai at the nexus of these intercultural exchanges, with some of the panels talking about from Dubai to the world. We're very much aligned with that. And what we take as a key learning, if you want to, is to embrace it even more, and in particular to do business without constraints. And one of our mottos is to do friction-free, but some of the frictions can be cultural and others are geopolitical. And we want to be completely out of it. We're firmly believers that peace and good peace among people is enabled by trade.
Amazing.
And trade is without barriers.
I know for some people it's like old school thinking, but that's exactly what built us or brought us to here. Having an authentic, trustworthy relationship rather than being greedy and selfish. Thank you so much for educating me and all of us, and congratulations on award on your company, and I hope to see you next year as well. And on that note, be curious, be authentic, be kind, and this is Talia MK signing out.